What's good, y'all? Welcome to the Hbar Daily Show. Let's get the show started. I'm about to set up my screen share. Let me share the link to the broadcast on the spaces. 1 second here. All right. You guys are in the spaces. Feel free to jump up on the broadcast if you're not planning on speaking today. The link is up in the Jumbotron. Shout out to everyone here tuning into the show today. Let's get the show started. Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. EST. Place to be in Web3, the Hbar Daily Show. All right, you guys, let me pull my screen up here. Give me another second or two. Just restarting my computer here. What's today? Thursday? Man, full week this week. So much going on. Let's see. What is this? Not familiar with what this is. Just kind of looking through my Secretera. Might open that up. Actually, let me explore that before we open the page. Let me fire StreamYard back up on my desktop as well. And then we will... Who posted this, though? I haven't seen this. This story is a summary of posts on X. Oh, super fascinating. Oh, okay. Wow. So it looks like Grok is actually like compiling news on X. Give me a second to pull it up here for those of you guys on the broadcast. Let's see here. I'm about to enter the studio on the desktop. Welcome, everyone. Episode 225 of the Hbar Daily Show. Don't forget to like and retweet to show your support if you're looking forward to today's show. All right, so let me change one thing here and we'll get started. Just entered the studio. Let me make sure my mic is good. All right, that looks good. Let's open up my screen here. It's taking a couple seconds. Should probably close out some tabs. We got a bunch of tabs up there. There we got a little bit too many tabs open, I think. See here. Share my screen. Freck, you said never watched a broadcast like this. Well, this is your first time then. Welcome. We're about to get my screen share going. I'm not sure what's going on with my connection. I know my computer just fired back up, so maybe it's just starting back up. It's a little slow. Let me refresh my screen. Maybe it'll work then. Let's see. To reload this. All right, you guys, give me 1 second. The broadcast is still loading my screen. All right, you guys, again, don't forget to share the broadcast out as well with your friends. Let them know. All right, my little PFP here, the Cosmo node. We will share my screen here shortly. Okay, it says device not connected. You need to connect your mic before adding yourself to the stream. Okay, the audio should be good. Let me know if please let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm not sure why. Let's see, mute, off camera, make sure it's working. Oh, there it is. Go. All right, now it should be working. Everything should be good. Let's present here. Goodness, I've never had problems with StreamYard on the stream live in terms of presenting. So just give it a second for it to load. Maybe I should turn my computer on sooner. It's just firing everything up. All right. Load here. Oh, there it is. Okay. Share screen. First tab here. All right, you guys should be able to see my screen. Let me tweak. Yep, there you go. All right, so you guys should see my screen on X, and you should be able to follow along. Oh, maybe it's because I have it running on my desktop instead of my side screen. All right, there you go. You guys should be able to see it. Looks good to me. Right. So leave a comment live if you are here tuning in on these spaces. If you are here, perfect. I appreciate it, Freck. All right. So you guys can see it looks like Grok actually made this little what do you call it? Like a little blog type of setup. We are Developers World Congress 2024 taking place. So it says this is a summary of posts on X and may evolve over time. It could be mistakes as well. Just verify the output. So this is super fascinating. It was on the side of my like my thumbnails here. So really cool. Go check it out. Of course, there's a world conference. There's a conference happening called We Are Developers Open Fest. So go check that out. Looks like Hbara's there as well. I believe we covered it yesterday. So let me pull up my main account here. If you guys aren't following me, feel free to shoot me a follow. We host shows here every single day, Monday through Friday, again at 5 p.m. EST. The place to be in Web3. All right. And then something new as well that we're doing, if you guys did not know, if you want to come up as a speaker, basically over here near my head right here, where you guys can see me talking, you can pull up as well. So all you gotta do is click this link right here. If you're on X, doesn't matter if you're on desktop or mobile, either one of those works, and you can join up in the conversation as well. A few of you guys have come up, so appreciate you all. Shout out to you all. But yeah, I have to manually update this every day, so it should be good. This one should take you to our current space. Let me know if you have any troubles connecting, if you're trying to come up and speak here today. And then also, as you can see me sharing my whole screen, you are also welcome to share your screen as well if you have alpha for us. And obviously I want to be careful who's sharing what screen or what they're doing, but yeah, I mean, this is how the show works at this point, right? So appreciate you guys tuning in, appreciate you all supporting. And then now that I have premium, we also have a community, right? So feel free to join. It's free, it's public, right? Spreading hashtag Hbar to there's a typo in there, via daily live stream shows at 5 p.m. EST. So again, I'm going to share with you guys some updates. Let me click on it so you can actually follow along and see what kind of alpha, what kind of news is only in it. Again, you guys, please vote. We have about 4 days left. I highly recommend everyone coming, voting, joining. If you guys do listen to our show and you find value out of our show, it really helps me make the show even better. So it's pretty even. I mean, you guys all are saying technical analysis, guest speakers, community updates, daily latest news, right? About all the same, right? There hasn't been anything really too sticking out apart from daily latest news, which of course, if this one continues the trend and it continues to go beyond this 20-30% range, obviously daily latest news is our forte, right? This is what we focus on at the end of the day. Every single day, right? You're tuning in for your latest news on what's happening here in the Hbara Hbar ecosystem, right? So again, feel free to come up and speak if you want to share some alpha. You got some new news for us as well. We'll bring on more guest speakers. Obviously, community updates are pretty tied in with that. And then, of course, technical analysis. We'll do that pretty much every day as well. I don't believe, just because we focused on the governing council yesterday, I don't believe we did much technical analysis. So I'm going to cover some stuff, what I'm seeing in the charts, some more research I did in the last 24 hours or so. All right. And as I said in the alpha chat here in the Hbar Daily Show, right? Tune into the Wednesday show yesterday, right? If you want to learn the latest Hbar Governing Council news, episode 224, right? So if you missed that, they are recorded. Go check it out. Go tap in if you did miss that latest news, DBS leaving the Governing Council, right? What that looks like, what that means for the ecosystem, right? And then Tuesday, of course, tune into the Tuesday show, right, for the latest news from this past weekend, right? Monday, we didn't have a broadcast because I didn't have premium, and that's a feature you need to have in order to live stream. So again, just something to be aware of, and if you are looking to live stream here moving forward, you will need premium to be able to do that. So I didn't know that. That must be something new here. And yeah, we're going to continue to cover it here. And then, of course, right, if you haven't voted in our community, make sure to go vote, which is this poll right here. So, and then also, we have about 35 members. It's a couple days old now, so make sure to go join. If you haven't, I'll share some alpha, some news, maybe make some decisions for the show in here as well. So as a community, please feel free to join. I'd really appreciate all Hbarbarians listening to the show to just go head over to my profile and join the community here so you can stay up to date with the latest news as well. All right, let's transition the show here again. Don't forget to like and retweet the show on Spaces and on the broadcast here on X. And then, of course, we are on YouTube as well. Let me pull up the YouTube channel. Let me make sure we're live streaming over there. Let me refresh it really quickly, and then I'll open up the tab here as well. 1 second, yo. Yep, looks good to me. All right, and I'm going to update some of the graphics too as well. But of course, if you're ever on YouTube and you want to catch the next shows, right, they're all scheduled over here. You can see all the ones at 5 p.m. EST, right? It shows 2 p.m. because it's 2 o'clock my time currently. You can see our shows live currently, so you can also tune in here. You can see all of our latest shows. A bunch of you guys have actually been listening to some of our last ones. So shout out to you. Shout out to everyone listening to the recording as well. I know a lot of you cannot make it here live every single day. So again, massive shout out to all of you guys listening after the fact as well. So episode 225, appreciate all of you. And I try to schedule them about every 2 weeks out. So you're able to just kind of lock in, oh, I'm going to be able to make it to this episode, right? So again, make sure to stay up to date and of course, subscribe if you have not subscribed already to the Hbar Daily Show. All right. Let's see. Where should we start off? Should we start off with some? Leave a comment if you guys are listening in on the broadcast. Let me know. Should we cover TA first? I want you guys to have a say. What should we cover first? TA, the latest news, anything in particular I should be touching on before I start jumping in. So again, use that live chat. If you haven't used it, maybe this is the first time you'll be able to do it. Literally just head to the broadcast, tap your screen, and the live chat should pop up at the bottom. Feel free to comment. What should we cover first here today? I'll let you guys decide. I'll give you guys, I don't know, 30 seconds or something. Should we cover TA first, right? Hbar Bitcoin, where do I see the market heading, right? Should we cover the latest news first, right? So again, feel free to use the comment section below to let me know what you guys would like to see. All right, I'm gonna open the comment section on my end over here, and just wait for you guys to respond, and then I'm gonna make a decision. This is what I was talking about, by the way, when we first opened the show. It says Explore Beta. I don't know if this is just for premium users or what, but it does have Hedera in it, which is super fascinating. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more of what Elon Musk does with this platform. So again, if you guys are here in the live stream, let me know. Do you guys want me to cover TA first? Should we go into the latest news? Do let me know. I'll give you guys another little bit here to comment live here in the broadcast. All right, and also, of course, word of mouth is very powerful. So any of you guys sharing our show out, talking about it, inviting friends, liking, retweeting, all that kind of stuff, it really helps the show. It helps other people join and stay up to date with the latest news as well. All right. Well, I didn't see any comments in the live stream. Again, if you don't know how to use the live stream, just tap below. If you are on mobile, if you're on desktop, there should be a side channel as well. Actually, let's do some TA. I didn't see anyone comment, so let me pull up CoinMarketCap, see what we're dealing with. I honestly haven't really checked too much crypto prices in the last, I don't know, 6 hours since I woke up. So unless the market's like absolutely crashed, then that would be news to me. So let me load it here. Let's see what we're working with here. All right, Fear and Greed Index went back up quite a bit to almost greed levels, if you guys can see that here. All right, let's see, what are we at? 63.8 for Bitcoin. That's pretty solid. Let's chart some Bitcoin first. Why don't we? Welcome everyone on the spaces. Welcome everyone on the broadcast. Appreciate all you guys tuning in here today. Let's see what we're cooking with here. Are we cooking with gas? All right, let's see. Pulling up some trading view. Give you guys my honest take on where I see the markets heading with some indicators as well. And some new information too I want to share with you all in terms of where I see the market heading as well. Okay. So on the daily, we just had on Bitcoin, which I don't really cover the daily We usually cover the weekly, right? Weekly had to cross up. We covered that live here in the show. If you guys haven't been tuning in, well, set your reminders, mark your calendars, right? Most of the alpha that you're going to get in this cycle is probably going to be from this show, right? Yeah, I mean, if you don't know what the RSI is, stochastic, right? You're going to learn about all that kind of stuff. You're going to learn about candles. You're going to learn about cryptocurrency, right? That's the whole point of what we're doing. Obviously, we're covering Bitcoin right now. The reason we're covering Bitcoin is because, guess what? Hbar follows it, and a lot of these indicators look very similar to the ones on Hedera as well. So again, whatever Bitcoin ends up doing, chances are Hedera is going to follow suit. So it's very important to know where Bitcoin is heading. So on the weekly, that's a great looking candle. That's another candle that I said was solid, right? This is a good looking candle still. So, I mean, we have some pretty solid candles currently. That's obviously a bad candle, right? So stochastic though, right? On the weekly looks good. Blue above the orange is always good. The bounce right here at the 46 level to the 56, right? This is all good, right? This means we're in a bull run still. Nothing's really changed fundamentally. Let's go to the 1 month. Okay, so this is the big one, right? This is the kahuna, right? That we want to really focus on in terms of the chart. So what are we at? July 18th, man. That we're literally a month, maybe 2 months away or less of an actual cross. I mean, it's so close. It's getting so close right here. It'll probably happen in August, to be honest. I thought maybe September, but definitely could happen in August and probably will happen in August. What are we looking at RSI wise on the monthly candles? 61. I think it's a 61, right? 65. Let's see. 65. Yeah, that's not okay. And the average is 61. Yeah. I mean, bull run is, in terms of RSI, right? We want to be over 50. That's historically pretty important to know as well. Let's see. So again, we want to see, what is it? How many weeks? Is there a way to do more than 1 week? But basically, we need to be, so of course, on the stochastic, we are still below this 20 level, but we need a different time frame. We need like the 20, like the 2 week time frame. Let me see, is there any way to do a couple weeks? I think there is. Okay, that's totally fine. But basically on the 2 week, it's a little bit below this. So we need to see a confirmation of the orange as well above this 20 level to essentially see a further run, right, on the stochastic RSI. So we haven't seen any of that yet. We haven't seen a confirmation. We haven't seen bodies close up here, right? We haven't seen any of that yet, right? So we got to see that. We're going to continue to watch the weekly. We want to see the Bitcoin RSI get much higher, right? We need to see that momentum playing in the market as well. Let me see if I can put the EMAs as well. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like this one you do have to pay for if you want to do more than two. So yeah, again, Bitcoin looks pretty solid. We haven't really seen it break. Let me put some trend lines here, right? We haven't seen it break this area, right, in the 50s. Let me move it up right here, right in that 53 range. And then, of course, we haven't seen it break right here with full bodies, right, in that 73. So literally 53 to 73, right? We're seeing it trade. It's consolidating, right? So there's like, what is it, like consolidation market periods, right? And then there's, what do you call it? Like trending market periods, right? So this is trending. This is consolidation. We haven't seen it break out yet, right? We haven't broken down and we haven't broken out. So again, until we see this break above 73, until we see this confirm over 20, so this RSI goes much higher. I mean, again, we're just going to continue to chop. We're going to continue to be, to me, this is bullish, right? But of course, a lot of people are going to lose faith. A lot of people are going to sell, especially once we're at these levels, right? We've gone down here a couple times now within the last, I don't know, like 3 to 4 months. So again, even if it does take another few months, if we break out of this, I've been saying, right? Everyone and their mother is going to come back into the market, get excited, start launching again, making their tokens, their NFTs, whatever, right? Until we see that. But right now, I mean, you guys all know, especially being here in Hbar, like there's very little actually happening, right? There's not that many launches. There's not that many tokens coming out, right? There's not that much trading happening. There is some, right? But once we really break out, every ecosystem, right? Not just Hbar, not just Bitcoin, like every ecosystem, there's going to be renewed excitement, renewed volatility, right? But until we break out of this channel, it's going to remain relatively mild, right? But we're going to continue to watch it. Let me pull up Hedera. so we can actually see what I'm talking about here. What are we at, like top 30? Let's see. Let's let it load first. Actually, I'm impatient, so I'm not going to let it load. Yeah, 34 right here, right? We were up to like 19, so we definitely want to see us back in that top 20, hopefully top 10 by the end of this cycle. That's the goal here with all the marketing that we're trying to do here. So let's see if we can do that, if we can pull it off this cycle as well. Also looks like growth. This is really cool that a lot of these a lot of this news is coming up. I never noticed that. I wonder if any of the posts from people that we know are up in here as well. It's really awesome. I had no idea. Yeah, there's a few of them. Genfinity, Crypto Empress. I see Growth, right? Chatting with Coinstar about Growth. I didn't even know that they were going to be added there, so that's really awesome. Maybe we did cover it the other day. So let me pull up Hbar, right? Got the indicators up here. So the stochastic and the order side. Okay, this is interesting. Yeah, the daily is looking very interesting. Again, the blues crossing down. That's the bearish signal, right, on the daily. Let's look at the weekly. So weekly, though, right? I mean, that's something that we really focus on, the higher time frames. I know a lot of people focus on day to day. We do not do that here on this channel. Here in the show, I do not focus on the day to day at all. This is not something that we do here. I don't focus on the emotional side of this, right? But look at Hbar's crossing up on the weekly. That's bullish. Hbar is interesting because it has fluctuated quite a bit on the RSI. It is currently under that 50 level, so we want to see it over this 50 before we get like crazy bullish, right? That's the indicator for a bull run for whatever crypto it is, right? Again, even the monthly is still under the 50, so we're close though, right? I mean, we're like at what, 48, 40, 46? I mean, that's so close, right? So on the monthly, this is the main indicator that I'm focusing on. Again, also Hbar needs to see, so Bitcoin could cross in August. I think it will, but Hbar might cross in September, right? Just because Bitcoin doesn't cross doesn't mean Hbar crosses right away. But you can see, right, you just saw on the chart, Hbar in a downtrend on the stochastic, which is fine, right? This doesn't mean it's going down. This doesn't mean it's going up, right? This is just the way the formula basically is working, right? The indicator. So let's look at some candles on Hbar, right? And again, I don't focus on the day to day. These are actually month to month. This is June, July, right? So very similar, right? Spinning top, similar, bearish. This is almost a hammer, right? This is a hammer, but technically a bearish one, but it is a sign of a trend reversal. This is like a gravestone doji, so that's usually a trend reversal as well. So again, I mean, we don't have like crazy good candles on Hbar at the moment, but again, all these indicators down here really dictate. Like honestly, a lot of these candles don't really matter too much, arguably, because this space is so volatile, right? What I'm mainly looking at is this, right? Back in February, we hit 54. Like, well, the little taste of what we had, the bullishness, right? In February, March, when we had some all-time highs on total value locked on DeFi, right? NFT, so on, right? That was barely at 54, right? Like, that is not that high on the RSI in terms of a bull run. I mean, we're 4 points above the average point that we need to be at for an actual bull run. The highest we went to back in our all-time high back in basically March, right? 3 years ago of 2021 was 89, right? So, I mean, we'd have to be at 40 points essentially above whatever we experienced, right? So the absolute parabolic nature of whatever is to come for Hbar in particular, since the RSI is so low, let's go on the weekly. Weekly could be higher just because it is the lower time frames. They're a little more volatile. No, the weekly is actually even lower, which is even more bullish, in my opinion. Let's look at the 3 months. Yeah, I mean, this chart only shows till the 2019, so we need a bigger chart. But you guys catch my drift, right? Like, we see such a low, and if you guys don't know what any of this is, RSI is oversold, overbought, right? So we're basically right in the middle on the monthly, and again, the higher time frames like monthly, weekly. Again, right, we got to see these lower ones, right? All these moments was when we were very oversold, and all these moments right here is when it's overbought, depending on what time frame it is, right? So very important. Once we really start getting more volatility in the market, which of course right now we don't really have, too much, right? In relation to when we were trending like crazy back in February, March. Until we see that, of course, we're going to continue to cover it. And even when that happens again, right, I will let you know, hey, I think this is the top. This is probably a time to sell, right? When we see these crosses, when we see the maximum, the RSI at very high levels, depending on what time frame. Again, I will let you guys know what I think, what I'm seeing in the markets. I've been talking about this for many months, probably over a year at this point, right? But now that we have broadcasting, now that we can talk about technical analysis, I can walk you through what I'm seeing, right? It has nothing to do with bias. I don't care about anyone's token in terms of like drama or personal feelings or vendettas or whatever, right? Like all I care about is watching the price action. I'll let you guys know what I'm seeing, right? And if people want to take profits, if they want to trade, they want to do that kind of stuff, I'll talk about it here, right? I know a lot of people get caught up in feeling emotional, right, about their bags, about their tokens, about whatever it is, right? But the moment you start doing that, chances are that's when you take the biggest L's, right? That's just what ends up happening. Currently, the market's not traded upon the best technology, unfortunately. That's probably why Hbar is not in the top 10 currently, on top of marketing and so on. But that's also a big thing, right? Like, who is marketing the best in this ecosystem, right? Regardless of what product or whatever they offer, who's marketing, who's getting the eyes, who's getting the attention, right? Is Hbar in that? Arguably so, right? In different ways, the governing council, right? Some of the use cases, some of the announcements, but we got to see more, right? And we got to see more support, which you've been saying, right, for the retail community. So there's all the TA for now. Again, July. So, this is the weekly. Let me move to the monthly here. Again, August, September. I do believe we're going to see a cross. Hopefully, right? I can't say for sure if it will cross up. If it doesn't cross up, here's the other alternative, right? If it crosses down and we see a further orange down, you can kind of see it cross down here. And then the blue cross back up. And again, blue above is bullish, blue below is bearish. So until we see an actual cross up, which I'm hoping, right? I've been saying Q3, Q4 could be when we see the next top of Bitcoin, whatever that'll look like in cycle. I've seen some interesting charts. I'll probably pull it up. We might as well pull it up now. Let me jump back to X here. Again, join our Hbar Daily Show community. Just head to my profile. It's free. It's public. You guys can stay up to date with what's going on and help guide the future of our show as well. I want to do little polls. I want to get you guys involved with what we're doing and help see the future of where our show is heading as well, live here with us as well. So let me find this post right here. I think it's super fascinating. I mean, it looks pretty solid, right? I mean, a lot of people are making their post, showing their price action, right? Sharing what they think is going to happen, right? Fresh, I have his notifications on. Go check him out. Shoot him a follow. Appreciate you, brother. He said September 2025, right? He thinks that'll be the peak, right? So right here would be, or sorry, not right here, right here, right? Would be the peak. I don't know if I 100% agree with this, but I mean, the charts don't lie, right? Men lie, women lie, the charts don't lie. So you can kind of basically just see, right? 500 days before the halvening, these yellow lines are the halvening, right here, right? When the halvening happens, the Bitcoin halvening happened here recently, right? So this is where we are, right? This is where we are currently in the cycle, in the 60s, the mid to low 60 range, right? So look, 500 days before, I called the bottom, right? I was saying, hey, in this September, basically when we started these spaces, right? If you guys didn't know, we started the spaces around here, and I said basically this summer essentially is going to be the bottom, right, of the end of 2022, right? And then going into 2023, we saw similar price action. We saw more consolidation, a little bit of a leg up, if you will, right? But we started our space about here, right? So basically within the last year, we saw all this, right? And I've basically been calling it, been talking about it, right? This little period right here in the beginning of the year was when you saw the massive move right here in Hedera, February, March, Bitcoin halvening, April, May, June, July, right? And then we're going to continue to go from here, right? So again, we're going to continue to talk about it. I think if the top of Bitcoin, which no one really agrees with that much, but if the top isn't 78,000 this cycle, I mean, anything goes, right? I'm not really gonna say, hey, it's 200,000, 100,000, whatever, right? No one knows for sure, but it would make sense for it to be about double that if it really takes off, which I think this chart makes a lot of sense in the 140 to 160,000 range. I think this makes a lot of sense, but again, 500 days after the halving, 500 days before, you can kind of just watch the chart. This one right here in the last cycle was not the absolute top, but let's not kid ourselves, right? It's going to be almost impossible to time the actual exact top, right? So, I mean, selling right here is much better than selling right here, right? Yeah, you might have missed this little peak and this peak right before, but I mean, you're so close within a month, couple months, right, of it. I think that's incredible. If anyone could sell the top, you're going to be very happy when the market turns again, right? Which it always does, right? If you are hyper euphoric up here, you're euphoric up here, you're euphoric up here, and you're like, well, it can't go lower, right? And then you're sitting right here and you're super pissed off within the next 6 months. Like, you're going to wish that you listened when we talk about it every single day here, right? Like, I'm literally dedicating my time here pretty much for free every single day to make sure that the community here, especially here in Hbar, because I really care about you guys here taking profits, making sure you're up to date with what's going on. And we do this every day, right? I want to make sure you guys are aware at least of how the cycles work, because a lot of you, I know this is your first cycle, right? This will be my second cycle going into it now, and just seeing how the market plays off, right? Let's see, where are we at? I entered basically over here in this range, right? I got to see all this. I saw when Dogecoin, right? If you guys are familiar, this was around the time Dogecoin went crazy around over here, right? I was here, Shiba Inu did its thing, the GameStop stuff happened around here, right? This is that part of the cycle. So if you entered around here, then that's where we all entered together, right? Around here, and then basically it's been nothing but down since that point, right? If you sold this, actually, you know what's super fascinating? This chart right here where it says to have sold, this was around the time I bought Hbar back over here, but this was one of the times I did make one single purchase of Hbar around 50 something cents. The Hbar all-time high back in again 2021, 2022. This was the all-time high of Hbar in particular over here. And guess what? Bitcoin had already topped. Sure, it did another second top, and then obviously did a massive downtrend. But all your alts will typically let me finish the point here. All your altcoins, right, and Ethereum and so on, usually will top out around here and begin the downtrend. Because once Bitcoin downtrends, everything just goes to zero, basically, right? And you guys saw what happened. Literally, Hbar went from 60 something cents all the way down to like 3 cents, right? Hbar, literally, I mean, I can't make this stuff up, right? You guys all saw it. I wrote it all the way down, most of my bag, right? That sucked, right? I took some profits, right? But yeah, I mean, be hyper aware, hyper vigilant, be aware of what's going on in the market, right? Hbar was all-time high here. A lot of your tokens were all-time high here. I don't make the rules, right? This is just how the markets work. So again, back over here, Hbar was down in the 3 cent range at the bottom, right? 500 days before the halving just happened a few months ago, right? Now 500 days after the halving, so a few months ago, 500 days forward, right? That would put us towards the end, right? Fresh says September 2025. I don't know 100% if I agree with it. I'm just kind of showing you guys this chart as well. 500 days, so Q3 of probably 2025, right? So about a year later of my initial prediction of the first pump, which I think this first pump is what I'm referring to of this year. And then, of course, going into next year, we'll probably see this. So I don't know. It's really going to be, I think, early 2025 in this range. Yeah, I mean, early 2025, mid 2025, maybe we might see a little bit further back, but literally within the next 6 months to 12 months is like when the craziest price action of when you should be taking profits will be happening. I don't really see a scenario outside of this that makes a lot of sense. Obviously, there's plenty of charts. Don't take this chart as gospel. You know, this is the end all be all. Like, sure, it looks pretty solid, but I've seen many charts just similar to this that look different, right? Could be 200 days, could be 300, whatever, right? But be aware, time to take profit is going to be surprising. The cycle might not turn out exactly the way that it has in other cycles. The elections, regulations, right? So many different factors are happening here in the ecosystem that you must be aware of as well. So I hope you guys found value out of that chart as well. All right, let me drink some water. I'll be right back. All right, you guys. Appreciate everyone tuning in here today. Let me update the show banner here. Appreciate it. All right. Don't forget to like and retweet the show here today if you found any value out of our content here today. Looks like Diffuse Labs made a post. Let me just click on it so you guys can follow along. Again, if you are on the spaces and you're not coming up to speak, feel free to jump up on the tab up in the Jumbotron to come up as a listener so you can follow along and see all the alpha that I'm sharing here live as well. All right, you guys. So in March, SushiSwap Labs achieved a trading volume of 264 million. That looks like that was the peak back in March, right? A nearly 45x, right? Increase from October 6.6 million. That's crazy. So far in July, the volume stands at 34.2 million. So basically, you can just round this up, right? This is about a 5x. We're currently trading at 5x of October's all-time low, right? And then July, right? So 5x. So hypothetically, right? Let's just be super hypothetical about this. 5x of 264 million. If the next run is 5 times again stronger than the one before, that would put us at $1 billion in trading volume, right? That would put us 1 point whatever, right? 1.2 or something, right? So that would dwarf all this, right? So you can see all these numbers, right? February, January over 100, coming up on 200, March 264, April 185, and then it drops very fast, right? It drops pretty steeply, and let's not kid ourselves, right? The market felt that. We felt that. We talked about it. A lot of your tokens are down, right? The more that the volume goes down, your tokens usually drop, right? It's just how the market works, right? That's how it operates. That's how a lot of people see the market going. But we see the potential. We see how early we are, right? And if we're patient enough, of course, you will probably walk away with some pretty nice bags if you are patient enough. And then, of course, when we're talking about technical analysis, once we see the trend, the uptrend kind of begin to formulate, I mean, that's when I've been talking about rebuying a lot of my HTS bags and seeing, and that's what a lot of the bigger money's going to be doing anyways. They're going to wait till they see an actual trend reversal before they really start to dive into our DeFi in particular, right? I think the same will go for the NFTs as well, but I know a bunch of you guys are still accumulating your tokens as well. House of Chimera, shout out to them. Feel free to shoot them a follow. Let me pull up their account here at House of Chimera. Have their notifications on as well. I think they post some pretty solid content. They do post about other chains as well, but I think anytime they post about Hedera, it's pretty solid content. So shout out to them. Make sure to go shoot them a like, a follow, go shoot them some support. Riding the wave, right? Another significant month for Hedera Network Analytics. Hbar ecosystem has experienced remarkable growth over the past 12 months, with projections indicating it will process over 3.5 billion transactions this month, right? This surge in transactions is largely due to the influx of new dApps like SushiSwap, right? So, yeah, I mean, I don't know how much transaction SushiSwap is actually doing. Let's see. So this is 2023. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much. I would like a coloration here to see how much. I would like to see how much SushiSwap's actually contributing, or any of our DeFi for that matter, right? But again, Hbar is on an uptrend. You can see it in the charts. It looks solid, right? That uptrend from October, right? The bottom of the volume, all the way up, right? It leveled out around here, but you can see how much new trading happened here. How many new transactions, I should say, happened during that uptrend as well. All right, I'll let you guys know. One second, I'm just reading. Yeah, I was just reading that post here. But yeah, surge in transactions due to SushiSwap here, our DeFi, right? And DeFi, I mean, cannot be understated, right? Another foundation, you can say foundation here. Talked about the Hbar summer. I don't know, or DeFi summer or something. I don't know if they've done it yet, or what's going to come of it. I'm assuming they're just waiting for the right time. I don't know what that's going to look like though. So don't quote me. I'm not sure exactly how they're going about that, but we should definitely talk about it more and maybe tag them or something, because I'm not exactly sure what the status update is on that. Hashpack wallet, right? When we started Hashpack, see May here, we didn't set out to become the leading wallet on Hedera. We simply wanted to create a tool that would make the ecosystem more accessible and user-friendly. Hashpack CEO May Hashpack, and of course, she just won her fight in Karate Combat a few matches ago there. Shout out to May, shout out to Hashpack. Love what they're doing, their journey to success. Make sure to go shoot them some support if you have not supported them already. All right, you guys, we're gonna start winding down the show here. Let's see what other content. Again, make sure to go vote in our poll. If you haven't joined our community yet, literally just go to my profile, go join the community. It's free, it's public, and go shoot us a vote here. Let me know what you'd like to see in our live stream, and that will help me figure out which content I want to curate for every single show as well. Hash Farms, shout out to Hash Farms as well. He's basically saying that Hbar is not dead, right? He's spoken to a bunch of projects here that are looking to raise capital. So go check that out as well. It looks like he really wants to help people, right? Set up some introductions. He says step into his DMs. He's spoken to over 10 projects within Q2 doing the same as well. So if you're a project looking to raise capital, please send him the pitch deck and term sheet. If you're a fund or angel investor, please advise what sectors and amounts you're looking to allocate to. And he said he will do it in confidentiality. So go shoot him some support. Shoot him a DM if that sounds like you as well. All right, this is the what do you call it? The event that I was talking about on the side of my screen here, right? Hbar Shine in Berlin, Open Fest at We Are Developers. So this is the We Are Devs World Congress 2024 from Hbar. So if you don't have Hbar's notifications on, go turn them on. You can go say hi to Hbar family, grab some merch, find out how you can get started building with Web3 to bring real world value to the emerging digital economy. I actually honestly have no idea who's going to that event or who's I don't really know who's there, but as much marketing as possible, I'll just click on it so you guys can actually see. I'm very curious what the kind of turnover rate is. Like, is it something that has been beneficial, right? Are new developers coming to the network from these events, right? What does that look like? I'm super fascinated. I've never really asked that before, but I am really curious just what the purpose of the event is, right? Obviously, it is to bring devs in, get started building all that, but I'm really curious like how beneficial they have been so far, what kind of money maybe goes into these as well. So super curious, a lot of questions around that, but of course super bullish on Hbar and of course new developers coming into our ecosystem as well. Let's end it with this post here, Hbar Foundation, right? Leveraging the power of Hbar Network, H Liquidity. Go check out H Liquidity if you haven't already. For some reason, it's H Liquidity _ It is a cutting edge DeFi protocol, right? Borrowing protocol. They have their token right here, the Hbar based Swiss franc stablecoin. Go check it out as well. We're getting a lot more DeFi borrowing protocols coming online. We have Sirio and we also have Bonzo Finance as well. So these are all very important, very crucial aspects of our network that we did not have before, right? We need to see it. I'm bullish on more and more. Borrowing DeFi, basically anything enabling further DeFi here in our network, new tokens, new platforms, right? Of course, borrowing platforms as well. I do believe it's going to go a very, very long way for adoption here in Hbar. A lot of people really care about the state of the liquidity of our network, and rightfully so, right? They should be caring about that. It is super, super vital to our network here moving forward. So yeah, again, also we do have a giveaway going on live for Skelly Bits for their mint. Looks like I will be drawing the whitelist winners in the next 24 hours or so. So make sure to go like, go retweet, go shoot us a follow here for a chance at whitelist. I'm going to give away 20 spots. So you have a pretty solid chance at entering as well. I'm excited to see what Skelly vs. Jizz does in our ecosystem moving forward. They do have a whole website up as well. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys. Just kind of skim it here. Again, none of this is paid for. None of that. I'm literally just showcasing what's going on here in the ecosystem. Go check it out. Go see what they have going on. I'm not sure if they're minting on their own website, to be honest, but it is 100 Hbar for their mint. They got a bunch of games already, and you guys all know, right? Most projects here in the ecosystem, they actually don't build anything before. Oh, it looks like my screen just crashed. Let me bring it back up here. you know that most projects don't build anything before they mint. So this one is right. So I'm excited by that, regardless of just kind of where it ends up. And I think the art's pretty cool as well. So I'm happy to support, happy to give away some whitelists. And again, the mint is super cheap. I think the art's pretty cool as well. And yeah, just feel free to go check it out. And again, giving away 20 whitelist spots. So feel free to do the things here to enter as well. All right, you guys. Well, I appreciate everyone tuning into the Hbar Daily Show here. We're going to wrap up the show here. Don't forget to stay bullish here on the Hbar ecosystem. Feel free to jump over on my profile, join the Hbar Daily Show community as well to stay up to date with the latest news here in Hbar. And with that being said, we'll wrap up the show here. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Don't forget to like and share the stream out. And I appreciate everyone that made it this far through the show today, especially if you are here live, if you are here on the recording as well. I appreciate everyone that made it so far on the recording as well. Every single day, Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. EST, we have them recorded live here as well, so you can stay up to date with the latest news here in the Hbar ecosystem. Much love, you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your Thursday. Peace, y'all.